Good morning, folks. This is Harold Johnson. This is Trey Johnson. We're here with Athletes Incorporated. Talk about some great things that have been going on these past couple of weeks since the Super Bowl. You can catch us on Roku, also on YouTube, ibtv.usa. Well, Trey, we got the Olympics going on, lots of stuff. What about this young man who had the great, probably they say the greatest performance ever in the snowboarding stuff?
Well, I think it's amazing, and everybody know. If you don't know who we're talking about, then you've been under a rock. Shaun White, he had an amazing. I think he had probably the perfect slopestyle I've ever seen, and ice water in his veins. I think this is his fourth Olympics or his fifth Olympics, and he's won gold at all of them. And he's actually come into Tokyo, and he wants to compete in
the summer games.
In the summer games
in skateboarding.
for skateboarding. So he's doing his thing.
This is a young man that signed his first money contract, when he was 7 years old. 7 years old. That's how long he's been doing this. So definitely that was the routine that he did was the one that he actually got hurt really bad on. So that you come back and have a beyond perfect score, and you have a perfect routine. So it was really great to see him. But we'll see whether they. Some people say that the snowboarding and the skateboarding goes together. Some people say it really doesn't. But he's done both, so we'll see. That'll be great. There are different Olympians who have went summer games, winter games. Then we have the women's. The USA Olympic team has 31 athletes from Colorado.
Yeah.
And largest contingent.
Yeah, which is amazing if we're all from Colorado here, which is amazing for us. So if you guys aren't interested, we are all interested, and we are all out watching everybody that's doing it. Lindsey Vonn actually was a favorite who didn't even medal this year, which was really shocking. But I think we're coming to see that this is a very unusual Olympics. Talking about a little bit about the hockey team. The men's hockey team lost last night to Russia, or the athletes from Russia, and they were actually favored as well. Moving forward, though, we've got the playoff matchups coming up, and it's Switzerland versus Germany, Finland versus South Korea, USA versus Slovakia, and Slovenia versus Norway. February 24th will be the last day, and they'll have the gold and bronze medal, handing out those medals.
And don't forget the hockey team from South Korea's hockey is South/North.
No, it is.
They will actually come together on that to for the Olympics. So who knows? Maybe politically it'll help with that. Lindsey Vonn is my favorite person in the Olympics. I think she has such beyond being a great athlete and a great skier, has shown such courage, social awareness, speaking out against the wrongs of our society. She's just really a fine young lady, but did not win. Mikaela Shiffrin, who is a young girl, I think she's 22 now, but she's born and raised in Vail. She won the gold in the slalom. That's her special. Didn't medal even in that, but won the gold in the giant slalom. So, and just a very different one. We have our. I'd like to point out Lauren Gibbs from Denver. She's in the bobsled. Young lady who's black. We have our first black kid ever to make the U.S. hockey team. His name is Jordan Greenway.
He's playing fabulous too.
Yeah,
he's playing fabulous for the USA team. They got shut out last night, obviously, but prior to that, Jordan Greenway was one of the best players on the team. So it's great to see that. And whether you guys like it or not, the Olympics has as much to do about sports and the stories as it has to do with politics. And it's great to see countries come together, and it's great to see different creeds come together as well. Kind of talking about a little bit about the Olympics and how it's kind of a different Olympics. In the medal count, Norway is actually leading. They have 26 medals, and the USA is actually fifth, and they only have 10 medals. So overall, we're not doing as well as we usually do in the Olympics. But what do you think about them saying that we're not taking as many people to the Olympics. Like the NLGL isn't giving away the hockey players to the Olympics, and
That part's hurting it. I was just but I want to make sure before I forget that Troy Terry, the kid from DU, is on the hockey team.
Yep.
He led them to the NCAA championship,
Yes,
and he's
he did.
playing for it. And then we'd be remiss not to mention Nicole Hensley. She's the goalie for the women's team. She's from Lakewood, Colorado. But the thing with the Winter Olympics right now is really bringing to forefront what I heard several old school coaches talking about. And they really feel that between football, basketball, that our kids are so indoctrinated with make the money, make the money, make the money, that lots of really good athletes are not doing our smaller sports anymore, or what we consider not the high profile sports. You know, if you look at boxing right now, I say that the heavyweight champion for boxing right now is a tight end, a linebacker, or a power forward. Those are the kind of athletes that used to box. And there's one in that range. You look at the great heavyweight boxers right now. They're all about 6'5". They all weigh between 235, 250. That's a good tight end, linebacker, power forward.
Right.
Extremely athletic men.
Right.
Come on, man. What do you think Muhammad Ali could do on a football field? Anything you want.
Right.
Could you imagine if we saw the person with the athletic ability of LeBron James boxing? Oh, it would be the most beautiful thing in the world.
Yeah.
But and now it's even come to fall over into our Winter Olympic sports, where we don't have that many kids who are at a young age encouraged to have fun doing these other things. So it's wild to see Norway ahead of the U.S.
Yeah, Norway, Canada. It's crazy to see that. Kind of, talking a little bit about the Olympics. What's your favorite thing? What is your favorite thing you've been watching? The most out of anything?
My favorite thing, believe it or not, is the skating.
Okay.
The mixed doubles is just a thing of beauty. To see the guys that they can throw those women up there and they can spin like that and hit that ice. The singles, I've really been interested in Nathan Chin. He's a California kid. He's our #1 singles man. And of course, this year has been fun to watch the skating because the two commentators, Johnny Weir and the female Terry Gannon, have been putting on a show of their own.
Yeah.
I mean, Johnny Weir he's out there. The hairdos he comes with and the makeup.
Well, you guys got to check it out.
And you have to see, it's pretty hilarious. Their headsets, both of them have headsets that are encrusted with, I don't think they're real diamonds, but they look like diamond headsets. I've just never seen it. Both of them, in particularly Johnny Weir, high-level skaters.
Yeah.
He was really something, but his last little hairdo, he had a big bouffant little thing onto the side, and they're just really putting on their own show.
Yeah.
Which, on one hand, it's funny and fun to watch, but they're taking away a little bit from, this is the Olympics, this is you take Nathan Chin, it might be his only shot.
Right.
The Olympics come around. So, but I love the skating. What about you?
Real quick before I talk about what I love, Adam Rippon was actually the first openly gay skater, so we definitely want to mention that and his courage and his story. If you don't know his story, we could talk about that for 20 minutes, but just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about that. But my favorite thing is actually surprising curling. I love the curling. I think the curling's amazing. I think there's more talent that goes into it than people think there is.
Oh, most definitely.
And this is kind of funny. One of the Russian curlers actually just this morning got caught for doping. So that's going to be a big problem, a big stain on the athletes from Russia, what they're already dealing with. But
because before that, it was just one athlete, a speed skater from Japan,
right,
who had tested positive. But folks, that's how prevalent drugs are, and not the drug mainly, is that how important the winning has become over the sportsmanship. I mean, you have someone that tests positive for steroids in badminton. I mean, come on, that is true. Someone tested positive for, when they drug tested some people for steroids in the professional pool. They had someone.
And folks, just so you know, if you don't know what curling is, YouTube it. You don't need any performance enhancing. The U.S. team has some big old fat guys. But the Olympics is great. Everybody should check it out. But
And if you're here in Denver and you want to curling, they have a pretty big group that curls here. So, something fun to do, something new to do. Listen, that's all we have on the Olympics. We'll see you in the next segment. Stick around.